Bismillah wa bihamdih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from the first group of academic speaking and University Nahdlatul Wathon Mataram. I am by Amrina Roshada to be the first speaker.
And my name is Hairul Hamzani to be the second speakers.
My name is Mila Hermayani. I'm the third speaker.
My name is Usman Sani. In this time, I'm represent my friends Muhammad Janualdi Alpandi as the.
My name is Siti Hairunisa. I'm the vice speaker.
And last but not least, I am Muhammad Halki. I'm the sixth speaker, and this is our task about the academic speaking.
Okay, I'm to be the first speaker. I will explain about our topic that is G20. What the definition of G20? So, Indonesia is currently busy with its goal, namely the G20 presidential, which is being held from 1 December 20 and 21 until the G20 summit in November 19 and 19. The G20 or Group of 20 is a major forum for international economic cooperation consisting of countries with the largest economies in the world, consisting of 19 countries and one European Union institution. Initially, the G20 was formed in 1999 with the aim of discussing policies in order to achieve international financial stability. The G20 member consists of South America, United States of America. The G20 member consists of South Africa, United States of America, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, India, United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Germany, Canada, Mexico, Republic of Korea, Russia, France, Chinese, Turkey, the European Union, and the last, of course, our lovely country is Indonesia. The G20 was formed as an effort to determine solutions to the global economic conditions that were hit by the global financial crisis in 1997 until 1999. The G20 is a multilateral cooperation forum consisting of 19 major countries and the European Union. Indonesia carries the theme Recover Together, Recover Stronger, or Recover Together Stronger. It may also be called from Indonesia, the world recover together. This is the best moment for Indonesia to show leadership at the global level while advocating for various domestic interests and poor and developing countries, so that the world order is more just and equal. Indonesia G20 presidency has set three priority issues, namely the global healthy architecture, sustainable energy transition, digital and economic transformation. Hopefully we can take advantage of this moment to rise and recover together. In addition, there are many supporting activities aimed at mainstreaming and advocating for various important issues, both on climate change, women, labor, science, culture, and other. Okay, that's all for me, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm from the second speaker. I'm disagree about your argument because I mentioned a little from the explanation of your argument, which said that the G20 members only numbered 19 countries. Well, many countries in this world have their own qualities. Why do they only 19? Why do they only include 19 countries? Because basically that the conditions for becoming a member of the G20. Actually, there are no uh, certain conditions. However, there is one thing that is certain: countries that are members of the G20 needs to have an impact and contribute to the economy and maintain world finance stability. So their vision is to stabilize the world's finances. Then why are only 19 countries involved? So as we know that there are still many countries that still have financial crisis, such as countries in Southeast Asia and Africa, and also the American continent, which are still below that poverty line. If if they want to stabilize global finances, means they must also include countries that need of more. Only that may be my argument.
Okay, I'm third speaker. In my opinion, the G20 is a multilateral cooperation forum consists of 19 major countries and the Europa Union. The G20 represents more than 60% of the world population, 75 world 75% of the 75 75% of global trade and 80% of the world PDB. Indonesia will host the G20 summit in November 2022. Indonesia G20 members are developed and developing countries that have middle and high income levels. This meeting involved middle income country and had systemic economic influence, include Indonesia. The purpose is to discuss policies in order to shift international financial stability and effort to determine solution to global economic condition hit by the global financial crisis. And why have 19 members? Because if there are too many, it will cause not effective in the program. Maybe that's all from argument.
Okay, I am the fourth speaker. I disagree from the third speaker argument because I have an argument that is Indonesia will host the G20 summit at the end of this year. Russian President Vladimir Putin is planned to attend the G20, the agenda of which will be held in Bali. However, Putin's planned presence at the G20 summit is in the spotlight. A number of parties expressed their objection because correctly Russian is conducting in invasion of Ukraine, and also the correct situation is not very possible considering Russian and the European Union are incomplete. Russian president will assume I don't know. If Vladimir Putin is not invited, the Russian president will assume that the Indonesian as the host side with the West and vice versa. Okay, maybe that's all from my opinion.
Okay, next I am from the five speaker. Would like to read for you all. So the conclusion from the conclusion from our opinion is that Indonesia is currently busy with the G20 presidential, which is being held from December 1, 2021 until the G20 summit in November 2022. The G20 or Group of 20 is a major forum for international economic cooperation, consisting of countries with the largest economies in the world, consisting of 19 countries and one European Union institution. The G20 members consisting of South Africa, United States of America, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, India, Indonesia, United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Germany, Canada, Mexico, Republic of Korea, Russia, France, China, Turkey, and the European Union. G20 members of developed and developing countries with middle and high income levels. This meeting developed middle-income countries and had systematic economic influence, including Indonesia. The aim is to discuss policies in order to achieve international financial stability and as an effort to determine solution to global economic conditions hit by the global financial crisis. Okay, maybe that's all for my speaker.
Okay, as I am the last speaker from the opposite side, well, based on the statement from the government, they said that the G20 was formed to stabilize the world financial, to stabilize the world economic financial. Well, but I agree with the statement from the opposite, who said why only 19 countries were included, and that country are high income countries. Well, and then the implementation rapid programs do the heated conflicts between Russia and the Ukraine, and the Russian President Vladimir Putin, who was threatened not being invited to the event, and that will make the Russia think that Indonesia is siding the West Union or the Europe. And as we all know that the Indonesia is the neutral country, so Indonesia cannot take side between the Russian side or the West side. And then the conclusion is that the G20 is not too effective to solve the problematic about the world financial. Maybe that's all from us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.